Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the supremely enlightened one. Three refuge. Tisarana. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. Dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. The third time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. 5 precepts, Panchasila. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tour to abstain from taking life. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tour to abstain from stealing. Kāmesu micchāchārā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tour to abstain from sexual misconduct. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tour to abstain from false speech. Surameraya majjapama daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tour to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Buddha Vandana. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagavā araham Samma Sambuddho Vidyacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi Sattha Deva Manussanam Buddho Bhagavati. Such indeed the exalted one, worthy, supremely enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, well gone, nor of the world, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, the supreme teacher of gods and men, enlightened and exalted. Sakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandentiko Akaliko Ehi Panseko Opanaiko Panchantang Veditambo Vinyohiti. Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One. Visible results immediately affect you, calling one to come and see, leading onwards and to be personally realized by the wise. Sangha Vandana, homage to the Buddha's noble disciples. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujopatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiti Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chantari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pungalan Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahoneyo Pahoneyo Dakkeneyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuntaram Punyakentham Lokan Sati. The Sangha of the Blessed Ones, disciples, is practicing well. The order of the Blessed Ones, disciples, is practicing rightly. The order of the Blessed Ones, disciples, is practicing the true way. The order of the Blessed Ones, disciples, is practicing properly. That is the 4 pairs of persons, the 8 kinds of individuals. This Sangha of the Blessed Ones, disciples, is worthy of gifts, worthy of hospitality, worthy of offerings, worthy of reverential salutation, the supreme field of merit for the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear friends in Dhamma, now we are going to practice meditation, and here especially we concentrate our mind in the present moment. At the same time, we develop positive thoughts in our mind. According to Buddhism, we should recognize the unwholesome mental states that disturb our peace of mind. All of unwholesome mental states are included into 3. They are craving, anger, and delusion. In the primary level of meditation, we train our mind to reduce anger and craving. That is why Buddha has explained the importance of practicing Samatha Bhavana, concentration meditation techniques. And also, by practicing insight meditation or Vipassana Bhavana, we train our mind to overcome ignorance or delusion, which is the main and worst defilement that causes us to arise all the negative emotions in our mind. And here, Buddha explained the importance of practicing loving kindness at the beginning of the path of liberation. The cause is that we mostly suffer because of anger. When we see unpleasant experiences through our senses, we mostly suffer, we mostly get upset, we get angry. That is why Buddha has explained the significance of practicing loving kindness, thinking thus, may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Day by day, we should try to develop positive thoughts with loving kindness. When our mind is rich in loving kindness, it helps us to develop generosity and getting rid of lust. When we see a person like our son or daughter, then we are so generous, and also our mind has no lust at the moment. That is why practicing loving kindness helps us to overcome craving, anger and lust. And little by little we go forward, we can practice other tranquil meditation techniques such as the contemplation of the Buddha's qualities, the contemplation of the qualities of the Sangha, the contemplation of the qualities of the Dhamma, the impurity of body parts for fundamental elements, like that. There are 40 meditation techniques that we have to practice in our day-to-day life. Actually, we have received this blissful life for practicing concentration and insight meditation. Practicing tranquil and insight meditation are the real benefits of our life that we received very rarely. And also, this is the way how we can develop our happiness, the peace of mind day by day. The more we practice Samatha and Vipassana meditation, the more we reduce negative emotions, negative thoughts, unwholesome mental states, defilements from our mind. The more we reduce negative thoughts from our mind, the more we overcome suffering from our mind. At the same time, we can see the beauty of our life. When our mind is so pure and calm, then we are so happy. The reason is that we have no defilements that pollute our mind. When our mind is so pure and calm, Buddha says, we are like the radiant beings, Avasara Deva. Buddha says, Susukammata Jivama, Yesanno Nati Kinchanam, Pitibakha Balisama, Deva Avasarayaka. Let's live without any defilement, like radiant divine beings in the Avasara divine beings. And in this situation, Even though we have a human physical body, physically, mentally, we can live like Brahma beings, like Brahma realm. That is the thing that Buddha has explained very kindly to practice in this human life. Not only that, but by practicing insight meditation, if we are able to reflect on impermanence, arising and ceasing of our all experiences, what are our experiences? Our experiences are 6 internal senses, 6 external objects, 5 aggregates. These are our fundamentals in our life. Whatever we think, whatever we feel, whatever we think, if we can everything arise at the moment, then we have no lust in our mind. When we think our son, if we are able to think about that, this mental formation arises at the moment and it immediately ceases, then we have no attachment with our son. When we think about someone who has blamed me, if we think this negative thought arises at the moment, it didn't come to the present from the past and it will not go to future from the present. It arises and ceases at the moment. Then we have no any anger with anyone or anything. And also, this is the way how we develop our mind day by day. Actually, we have only the present thought. Our previous thoughts have already ceased. Our future thoughts haven't come yet. We have only the present thought. If we are able to succeed the present thought with mindfulness and reflecting on impermanence, our entire life is successful. Whatever we think, if we are ignorant, if we are mindful, suddenly our mind is fixed with a material thing. If we look at inside, our mind is not fixed outside material things, and our mind doesn't depend on anything or anyone outside. Suddenly we look at inside. It doesn't mean that we should think the mental formations are permanent. Actually, those mental formations are also impermanent. They arise and cease at the moment. Then we can live in wisdom. This is the highest contemplation that we can practice according to what the Buddha taught. Knowledge is very important, and also mindfulness is more important. Even though we have knowledge, if we are not mindful, we are lost. We have nothing because we are ignorant in outside material things. And knowledge is very important, and also mindfulness is so important. And with this understanding, if we can be mindful always and reflecting on impermanence of our body and mind, then we can overcome all the negative thoughts from our mind. When our mind is with wisdom, it means our mind has no ignorance, because we completely look at the nature of our mental formations. At the moment, we can arise and cease of our negative and positive thoughts, and we completely depend on wisdom at the moment. And day by day, if we are able to increase the duration of concentration, keeping our mind in the present moment with mindfulness, and also if we are able to reflect on impermanence of our body and mind, it means we always look at inside when we experience something through our six senses. This is the purpose of practicing meditation. We develop our energy by practicing sitting meditation. When we see some people, before they start something, they get energy. Like that, we develop our energy by practicing sitting meditation, concentration and insight meditation. With that energy, when we do some activities in the society, we can face those experiences without attachment or detachment. And also, not only we practice meditation here, closing our eyes, but when we do some activities, opening our eyes in our day-to-day life, if we are mindful, then we can develop our mind little by little. That is the most important thing. Opening eyes. If we can be mindful, that is more important than we practice meditation closing our eyes. Because that experience is so alive. And we are able to face those challenges directly with wisdom. Wisdom means reflecting on impermanence. Wisdom is the most valuable gem of men. Panya naranam ratanam. And also Buddha says, wisdom purifies one's mind. That is why Buddha says, Panyaya parisuddhati. Wisdom purifies our mind from craving, anger, and ignorance. Here, first of all, we are going to practice loving kindness meditation. Then, we are going to practice Anapanasati or breathing meditation. Buddha has explained breathing meditation with 16 stages, 16 steps. 4 stages are included into Kayanupasana. The next 4 stages are included into Vedanupasana. The third 4 stages are included into Chittanupasana. And final 4 stages are included into Dhammagaru. That is why Buddha says, if someone can practice breathing meditation, 4-fold mindfulnesses are practiced. 4-fold mindfulnesses are completed. 4-fold mindfulnesses develop. When 4-fold mindfulnesses develop, Buddha says 7 enlightenment factors gradually increase. When 7 enlightenment factors increase, enlightenment or liberation and knowledge can be achieved. We can attain the knowledge and liberation as the result of fulfilling 7 spiritual faculties. When one thing is practiced, 4 things develop. When 4 things develop, 7 things developed, and 7 things develop, other 2 things gradually increase. This is the Buddhist path. When we practice breathing meditation with 16 stages, 16 steps, 4-fold mindfulnesses gradually increase. And 4-fold mindfulnesses increase, 7 enlightenment factors gradually developed. When 7 enlightenment factors increase, knowledge and liberation gradually achieved. This is the Buddhist path. For that, first of all, we should have clear understanding what we are going to do, what the destination is. What is the destination? Destination is that the highest contemplation that we can practice, which is reflecting on impermanence, arising and ceasing of 5 aggregates or 6 senses or 6 external objects. All doctrines of Buddhist teachings focus on reflecting on impermanence, arising and ceasing of 5 aggregates. That is the main purpose of all Buddhist doctrines. Buddha explained very clearly, I proclaim only one thing for who are pruthajjana, who are ordinary people, and for trained persons, seka persons, and for enlightened ones, aseka persons. Only path that I proclaim to the world is that reflecting on impermanence of 5 aggregates. From beginning to end, and also after we attain enlightenment, we have to do only thing which is reflecting on impermanence, reflecting on arising and ceasing of 5 aggregates. After we attain enlightenment, Buddha says, for our ditta dhamma sukha viharana, the happiness of this immediate life, we have to do only thing which is that reflecting on impermanence of 5 aggregates. This is the Buddhist path. In this situation, our real spiritual success completely depends on the duration of reflecting on impermanence or reflecting on arising and ceasing of 5 aggregates. For that, little by little, we are going to train our mind in this meditation class. First of all, we practice loving kindness meditation. When our mind is concentrated in loving kindness, we are going to practice anapanasati or breathing meditation. Please get ready for meditation. Relax your body. Straight your body. And be aware of your body posture from your legs to head. My legs, hands, knees, belly, shoulders, neck and head. Relax your body please again. Now I keep my attention around the nose or upper lip. I keep my full attention in the present moment. And I keep my attention around the nose in the present moment. May all beings in the human realm be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the human realm attain their final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the hell realms be free from suffering. May all beings in the hell realms be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the hell realms attain their final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the hell realms receive blissful lives. May all beings in the heavenly realm be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the heavenly realm attain their final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the Brahma realm be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the Brahma realm attain their final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the north direction be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the south direction be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the east direction be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the west direction be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the upper direction be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in the down direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the entire world be well, happy, prosperous, healthy, and peaceful. May they attain their final bliss of liberation. I see that all over the world, like my children, like my family, I spread loving kindness to everyone, those who are in this universe. My mind is so pure and calm, with loving kindness to everyone in this world. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain their final bliss of liberation. Furthermore, I keep my attention around the nose for upper lip in the present moment. At the same time, I am aware of breathing in and out. I contemplate on my very natural breathing in and out. When I breathe in, I know that I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I know that I am breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When I am breathing alone, I know that I am breathing in alone. When I breathe out alone, I know that I am breathing out alone. When I breathe in short, I know that I am breathing in short. When I breathe out short, I know that I am breathing out short. breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am breathing in, sensitive to the entire body. I am breathing out, sensitive to the entire breathing body. I am breathing in, calming, breathing body fabrication. I am breathing out, calming, breathing body fabrication. Breathing in, breathing out. I see my body, breathing in and out, one of the parts of my body. My body is the result of food, ignorance, karma, and craving. Because of these reasons, my body arises. When those reasons cease, my body also ceases every moment. Every moment, my physical body with breathing in and out arises and ceases. Rising, ceasing, rising, ceasing. This body is not mine, it is not me, it is not myself. This body is the result of food that I have taken. Again, I am breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, sensitive to rapture. Breathing out, sensitive to rapture. Breathing in, sensitive to pleasure. Breathing out, sensitive to pleasure. Breathing in, sensitive to mental fabrication. Breathing out, sensitive to mental rapture. Breathing in, calming mental fabrication. Breathing out, calming mental fabrication. I feel very pleasant experience with my feelings when I breathe in and out. This feeling arises because of contact. When contact ceases, this feeling also ceases. This very pleasant experience is impermanent. It arises and ceases as the result of contact. Passa. Passa paccaya vedana. Feeling arises because of contact. This pleasant experience, feeling, is not mine. It is not me. It is not myself. It is the result of contact. Reflecting on the impermanence of feeling, I am breathing in and out. I am breathing in, sensitive to the mind. I am breathing out, sensitive to the mind. I am breathing in, satisfying the mind. I am breathing out, satisfying the mind. I am breathing in, steadying the mind. I am breathing out, steadying the mind. I am breathing in, releasing the mind. I am breathing out, releasing the mind. Every moment, my mind arises and ceases. The present mind didn't come the present from the past. The present mind did not go to future from the present. The present consciousness arises and ceases at the moment. This consciousness is impermanent. It is not mine. It is not me. It is not myself. The mind arises because of the results of nama rupa or mentality and corporeality. Nama rupa paccaya vijnana. This mind arises because of mentality and corporeality. I am breathing in, focusing on impermanence. I am breathing out, focusing on impermanence. I am breathing in, focusing dispassion. I am breathing out, focusing dispassion. Viraganupassi. I am breathing in, focusing on cessation. I am breathing out, focusing on cessation. Nirodhanupassi. I am breathing in, focusing on relinquishment. I am breathing out, focusing on relinquishment or Patinissagganupassi. I see only thing happens in my life is that arising and ceasing of five aggregates. Every moment, five aggregates, rupa or corporeality, vedana experience, sanya perception, sankhara mental formations, and vijnana consciousness. These five things arise together, they cease together. In every moment, what happens in my life is that arising and ceasing of these five aggregates. Except these five aggregates, I haven't anything in my life. If something happens in my life, it means these five aggregates arise at the moment. Whatever I experience through my six senses, it means these five aggregates every moment arise and cease. arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. My mind is not fixed anything or anyone outside. My mind even doesn't depend on any mental formations inside. My mind is completely depends on wisdom, reflecting on impermanence, arising and ceasing of five aggregates. My entire spiritual life and its success completely depends on the duration of reflecting on this impermanence. I dedicate everything that I have earned to develop insight meditation or vipassana bhavana or reflecting on impermanence. From moment to moment, from day to day, I increase the duration of reflecting on impermanence which happens to my five aggregates, my life. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. Every moment these five aggregates together arise and cease. Whatever I experience as material things, I suddenly reflect on impermanence of five aggregates. If I find some material things outside, I really understand I am ignorant. I suddenly keep my attention to inside. Whenever my mind is fixed in outside material things, it means I am away from mindfulness and mindful meditation. It means I am associated with decay, death, and suffering. Whenever I reflect on impermanence of five aggregates, at the moment I am in mindfulness, which is the field of the Supreme Buddha, then I have real protection because I am not suffering from decay, sickness, separation, death, lamentation, grief, sorrow, pain, and anything. I always try to keep my attention in mindfulness, which is the real protection to my life. Living in mindfulness is the supreme refuge, assurance, protection preached by the Supreme Buddha. Whenever I am mindful and wise, reflecting on impermanence, I am near the Supreme Buddha, then I have no suffering, no sorrow, no lamentation, no any problem. rising, ceasing, rising, ceasing, rising, ceasing. Sabbe sankhara anicchati yada paññāya pansati ata nirvindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All conditioned things are impermanent. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe sankhara dukkhati yada paññāya pansati ata nirvindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All conditioned things are suffering, dissatisfaction, dissatisfactoriness. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe dhamma anattati yada paññāya pansati ata nirvindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All phenomena are selflessness. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sadhu.